Hi friends, welcome back to Sarah Put Simply. Today we're cooking real food with simple, healing ingredients the whole family will love. If you're new here, I'm Sarah. I have a background in holistic nutrition and I'm a mom of 5 and a lover of cozy meals that nourish our bodies from the inside out. Today I'm sharing one of our all-time family favorites, a creamy, flavorful Indian butter chicken, but with a wholesome twist. It's completely gluten-free, dairy-free, Whole30 friendly, and packed with anti-inflammatory ingredients. Before we get cooking, be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss a single nourishing recipe. Butter chicken actually started as a happy accident in Delhi, India, back in the 1950s when a chef tossed leftover tandoori chicken into a rich tomato gravy with cream and butter. This was the result: a silky, mild curry that quickly became a global favorite. But today, I'm going to show you how to make it without the dairy or gluten and without losing that luscious, comforting flavor. Now, let's look at what makes this dish so healing and delicious. We have coconut milk, which I actually prefer coconut cream as opposed to coconut milk, but it's a rich, dairy-free substitute that adds creaminess and gut-friendly fats. We have the cashews soaking for our cashew cream. So we're soaking it in hot water for about 30 minutes. And another trick to this is that if you run out of time and you're not able to soak for 30 minutes, you can put these in a saucepan on the stove and simmer it while you're getting other things ready. It will speed it up a little bit. And then when it comes time, I like to rinse the cashews with fresh water. And then I use fresh water when mixing it into the cream because I do get kidney stones and I definitely want to try and eliminate as many oxalates as possible. So I rinse them before I turn it into cashew cream. So the cashew cream is super simple and full of magnesium. And then the recipe calls for tomato puree and paste. I do not use those. I like to use the tomatoes that we can from our garden. So I use a 16-ounce pint of just plain tomatoes in place of the puree and the tomato paste. Now, the tomatoes are full of lycopene and antioxidants. And then we have spices like turmeric and cumin, cardamom, and garam masala, which are shown to be anti-inflammatory and grounding. And then we have our chicken. You can use chicken thighs or chicken breast. We prefer chicken breast, but it makes the recipe full of protein and it's easy to digest if you cook it gently. Now, it's amazing how much flavor and nourishment can come from a simple real food recipe. Now, the chicken breast that I'm going to be using today is actually organic chicken breast from Costco. And I am just going to cut it up into bite-sized pieces and then I'm going to set it in this bowl to get ready to go in our skillet. Now I have my skillet already on the stove with just a little drizzle of avocado oil in it. And I'm doing this so it can be hot, so it's ready for when I put the chicken in. It's on medium heat. But just a little note that you don't have to have avocado oil. You can use just water. Once all the chicken pieces are added to the hot skillet, we're going to cook for approximately 4 to 5 minutes until the chicken is mostly cooked and has all turned white. Okay, so now that all the chicken is white, we are going to be adding the garlic and onion. So I have about 2 tablespoons of garlic. I'm a little generous on that because I personally love garlic. And then we're going to saute this for about another 4 minutes or so until the onion is translucent. So as I mentioned earlier, we can all of our own fresh tomatoes. So instead of using the tomato puree, I'm going to use the 16-ounce jar, 1 pint of fresh canned tomatoes. So thankfully my father-in-law made me some pretty cool can openers, jar openers, I guess. And we'll put that right on in. We're gonna go ahead and add all of the rest of our ingredients except for the cashew cream. and that includes all of our spice blend. And this smells absolutely amazing. We have the 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, 3 bay leaves, a cinnamon stick, and about 3 tablespoons of ginger paste. I'm going to mix that all together. And then we're going to add the coconut cream. I like to use the coconut cream instead of coconut milk because there's more of the actual cream. I actually drain out most of the liquidy part of the milk that's there. So you really just want to have the cream on there. This is going to be part of the dairy replacement. It smells so good. So now we are going to cover and simmer for about 20 minutes. And then we're just going to come back and stir occasionally to prevent sticking. And while that pot is simmering, we're going to go ahead and start dicing up our green onion and cilantro for our top. Now we're going to go ahead and drain the cashews, and I have actually already rinsed them a couple times. Like I said before, I like to do this so I can try and reduce as many oxalates as possible. So to make our cashew cream, we're just going to put in our cup of soaked cashews and then 3/4 cups of water. Now that we're done simmering, we're going to remove all 3 of those bay leaves and the cinnamon stick. Now we're going to add the cashew cream. And if you look in there, it's real nice and thick. This is going to complete our dairy substitution between the coconut cream that we added earlier and this cashew cream. Look how creamy that is all of a sudden. Now this Indian butter chicken pairs really well with a hot gluten-free naan bread, steamed rice, or a cauliflower rice if you're looking for a low-carb option. Our family prefers just to have an organic rice with it, and then we top it with cilantro and green onion. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today. If you make this Indian butter chicken, let me know in the comments or tag me on Instagram at SarahPutSimply so I can see your beautiful creation. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my blog post for the full recipe, printable, and links to my favorite kitchen tools. You can also visit my Linktree for affiliate links and non-toxic pantry staples. Until next time, keep your meals real, your ingredients simple, and your table full of love.